Welcome to Dear Rebels, part letter, part underground dispatch. We dig into the nitty-gritty of building a community-powered, queer-led digital arts publication rooted in fashion, protest, and unapologetic self-expression. I'm Deidre, editor-in-chief of Fashion Rebel Nation. This week, we're remembering why all of this exists with a quote from Brian Solis. Community is much more than belonging to something. It is about doing something together that makes belonging matter. Pride Month feels like the perfect time to remind everyone that your voice matters, your creativity matters, you matter. And we all deserve a space where we feel seen, celebrated, and supported. Fashion Rebel Nation is that space. We are building it together. Now, let's jump in with our stats for the week. The next issue is in the works and drops on July 3rd. We have 18 Patreon subscribers, 34 email subscribers, and 1,025 social media followers. What we're building? A community that welcomes and celebrates human diversity and creativity, celebrates our shared humanity, and shelters the most vulnerable among us. Fashion Rebel Nation is a publication and a movement of the rebels, by the rebels, and for the rebels. Join us at patreon.com/Fashion Rebel Nation. We saved you a seat. Now, on to the part where this gets good. First, I want to acknowledge that yes, this podcast episode is a day late. You didn't hallucinate that. I am on the struggle bus with pain management right now, but I will weekend at Bernie's this shit if I have to because I need you to hear this. I have had an epiphany, a revelation, whatever you want to call it, and I am not changing anything about Fashion Rebel Nation. I am changing the way I explain it because I have had a lot of people ask me questions or be confused or even be afraid to submit things because they're not exactly sure what all of this is about and what's going on here. So I've used the word magazine to describe us, and that's not entirely wrong, but the thing is, magazines are generally for profit. Now, we are not a nonprofit. I want to make that clear. We do not have nonprofit status, none of those things. However, we are community powered and crowd funded, which means that people like you are what keep the lights on and the doors open. And Fashion Rebel Nation is meant to be more than just a for-profit magazine. This is more like a college arts journal, the way that they ask people for submissions, and then there's a panel, and then people decide which of those pieces go into the publication, and then the university publishes it every so often. We're doing that, but for our community. So there will probably be 5 or so pieces that are things that are always in Fashion Rebel Nation, like the letter from the editor and our quiz and maybe the sticker sheet. Perhaps we'll bring back the playlist. It kind of all depends on you and the things that you want to see in it. And those 5 or so things will be created by me or the future staff that we have here. But everything else in the magazine will come from all of you. The art, the poetry, the writing, the creative vision, all of this will come from you because too often we churn things out only that are profitable. We put things on the shelf that we don't think can bring in money. We shut down people that we don't agree with. And right now, we are in the middle of a political firestorm that is truly, truly dangerous and scary for a lot of people in the LGBTQIA+ and marginalized communities. And you guys deserve to have your stories told through your lens, sharing what you have experienced with other people, whether that is through your art or your photography or an essay or a story that you write, or maybe it's a selfie and it's showing the way that you dress yourself and find joy in who you are. System be damned. And that is the heart of what FRN is, a community publication that is curated by me and eventually the people that work here, but is created by all of you. And as an extension of that, I have some freaking huge goals for this publication. And one of them is that when we hit profit, when we are making some profit, I absolutely refuse to follow a corporate model. And if that means that we don't ever grow exponentially and that we stay a small community, then that's what happens, because I am absolutely not in this for rolling around in dollar bills. So when we hit profit, what I truly want to see happen is a 25-25-50 split. And what that means is that 25% of what we make would go back into the company, 50% of it would be split among the employees that work here, and 25% of it would go into a community grant fund that would be ran by a board that would have people that aren't me making the decisions about where that money goes. These are dreams that I have for this, because I think that whatever we collectively put into this should also benefit the people who work here and the community that we are serving. That is the real mission of Fashion Rebel Nation. And the previous issue, we included the first ever Rebel Clubhouse. And that is something else that I want to see as well. Not for licensing rights or franchising, but as inspiration to call all of you together in real life. Not just online, but to find your communities in real life and to participate together, to celebrate, to protest, to support each other, to be there in person. And if we can help foster that, if we can help build that, if we can help guide you to creating that in real life, then that's what we're going to do. Because Fashion Rebel Nation is a publication, but it is also a movement, and it is powered by you. I cannot tell you the number of times in my life that I have been made to feel small and powerless. And I am 5 feet 9 inches tall, so that is a feat, but it happens because of the way that our society tries to silence and crush anything that it doesn't understand. And I want to help other people break free from that. I want to help other people to create community that matters. So, if you want to help us change the world, and build this whole magazine, here's your Rebel assignment for the week. Join us on Patreon. Go to fashionrebelnation.com or find us directly at patreon.com/fashionrebelnation. We are making decisions about what to include in issue 6 before it goes to the copy editor, and we want your help. We want your feedback. We are going to have real, tangible prompts all week that are specific things we're looking for. Not just what color is the cover, but we want to have feedback on what kind of features you want to see. We are thinking about putting a few new things in there, and we want to know if that's something that you're even interested in seeing. Do you want to see the playlist make a comeback? This magazine is being built for you. So join us on Patreon and help us build this together, because this is our publication and our movement. Remember, this crowdfunded, community-powered revolution exists because of people like you. Thank you. You can contribute your creative voice to the magazine or see how you can participate at fashionrebelnation.com or join our collaboration on Patreon. Before you go, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment or a review. Your voice helps build the revolution, one rebel at a time.